Welcome to my DVD. My name is Curtis Ezell. I am the genealogist of the family. That is recorder. In case you say something that I need the information.
Oh, that's a recorder of what we're saying.
Yeah, in case you have something like you was talking about, you say Thomas Stewart was in the Navy.
Oh, yeah. Mama said when she first married my daddy that he was a champion boxer in the Navy. And there was one man defeated him. And he outweighed him some. And he outweighed him some. And before he took the title, Daddy broke his nose. Yeah, he taken the title from Daddy. But Daddy broke, remember Alice? You know your cousin Alice?
Yeah.
Her brother was in the doctor's office, and there was a man sitting next to him. And they got to talking about working on the bridges and all. He said, he said, my Uncle Stewart, he said, what was his full name? Stewart Lawrence. No, he was in the Navy. In the Stewart, he said, he says, I take the title from him, but he says he broke my nose. He never forget Daddy didn't have no broken nose, broken body, but that man had a broken nose. Yeah, he was skinny. Daddy was little, but you couldn't tell. He was the middle 140 pounds. Small weight. Like y'all small, you're not very tall, some of you. But, it's the truth. Mama wouldn't have told it. And he did have a temper. You didn't get it all on the easier side. I mean, I tell you, got quick. And Mama, on her side, she had a temper. So y'all get it from both ends.
Well, I heard that Grandma, I heard that Grandma and her sisters, they had their little fusses, like Nora would, Nora would hide behind a tree watching Grandma because of a man.
Of a man, yes. And we lived out in what you call a field, big old field, but we had houses around there. But we had a giant field. And, what was I say? Little me.
Were you lived?
Yeah, I know where. Talking about where we live.
Was that in Mobile?
Oh, and Aunt Nora lived right next to Mama. You know, they were pretty close.
Yeah.
And Aunt Nora come and was bumping up under the house, and Mama had a hole. She had a hole in the floor, and Mama take a mop. She'd take that mop and hit Aunt Nora on the head.
Hit her on the head?
She'd hit her every place she could hear her. She had been there.
What was Aunt Nora always hiding?
She had 2 men over there, and she wanted to know what Mama was doing. And Mama wanted to know what she was doing. But Mama gave her some cracks through that hole in the floor. She was up on our floor.
Where was that at? Was that in Mobile?
No.
Where?
Stanton Road.
It was on Stanton Road?
Yeah. Oh, I wasn't, but 16. Anyway, you could come through that field. We had a giant field. And I rode the first car I rode when I was 15. And I'd put it in gear with his old gear turn. And I'd ride around the field with it.
Whose car was it?
Oh, no. I think it was Uncle and them bought it. Got a car from somewhere. And they let me drive it. And then Doris come over, Ezell. Betty, can you drive? I said, yeah, I can drive. I'm 15 now, just running around the field. And so we went to her house, and she had a sailor that was drunk, and he passed out. And he passed out, and we got the car. She said, you can drive. She couldn't drive then. And so anyway, I got behind the wheel, and I drove 70 miles an hour down to the next place. And she never did know I couldn't drive. And when we come back, the sailor was sitting on the sidewalk waiting for his car. We was crazy, I'm telling you. We was crazy, too.
Harold was was the first one to marry into the Ezell.
Yeah.
Right?
Doris.
Doris. How did, is that how you and Dad met? Or when they got married, the family got together?
I've been knowing your daddy all my life. All our life, since we was children. Young, real young.
So
Esther and Harold got married first, see. So that made it closer, and we was younger, not younger than them. And he was. I remember he come to the house one time in the army uniform. And I will tell you this. He said, Yvonne Wells was a pretty girl.
who?
Yvonne Wells.
Who's that?
Well, she was somebody that, her brother went on the ship down there, and they lived right next door to her. They had a house, but we had a room. And, now you think I lost the track again. She was mean to us. She was mean to me, though, because I got Nathan's bicycle, and she said, you better not walk on my bicycle, on my mama's front. And Carlene Copeland, she was older than me. Doris was 3 years older than me. And they went across the line, went in front of her house.